Final observation.
I think it's time the Prime Minister told Australia why we remain in Afghanistan. The United States is pulling back. We're losing too many young men over there. Expert military analysts in Australia are questioning why we're still there. I don't think it's good enough to keep saying we will stay the course when another body bag comes home. We've got to explain the reasons for it.
Right.
With the 60th anniversary of the ANZUS Treaty this week, it is worth Australian politicians realising that getting people killed in Afghanistan and so forth is not part of paying an insurance premium that 30 years from now America will come to our rescue if we get into some sort of stouch. A future American presidents will do first up what they think is that in their own political interest, then they'll dress it up as what they claim is in the American political interest. They won't say, you lost a few troops 30 years ago, we'll come down and save your sorry butts, even though it's going to cost me an election.
Good.
Barry, you've put me in this chair for the first time that I've been on Insider, so I've got the urge to repeat myself because there's a lot of repetition that used to come from this couch. National Disability Insurance Scheme. Julia Gillard, pick up the phone to Tony Abbott and let's get this thing done.
OK, we'll leave you now with some disturbing political analysis on New Zealand TV. That country is looking at accepting a new voting system, and each week the network looks at another country's system, and recently it was ours. Now, I think from watching this you'll get a sense that they don't like our system, and they don't think much about Quade Cooper and the Wallabies either. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If preferential voting was a rugby team, it would wear green and gold.
It doesn't get a fair hearing, partly because it's Australian, and we know, it's the Quade Cooper of the options in some ways. But that's a little bit unfair to it.
In fact, in the 1992 referendum on our voting system, PV scored a measly 6.6% support.
The man many Kiwis love to hate.
But the Aussies are bananas for PV, used to vote in members of the House of Representatives in Canberra. In the last Australian election, candidates in around 7% of the electorates were leading after the first preference votes were counted, only to go on to lose when voters' other preferences were included. You'd think those unlucky losers would have serious sour grapes, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
If you're going to buy a car, you'll decide that you'd like a Rolls-Royce, but you can't afford the Rolls-Royce, so your second choice will probably be a Holden or a Ford or something like that. That's what the preferential system allows you to do.
PV's still in the running for an upset victory, unlike those other Australians.